His name was Chitra Griva. Chitra meaning painted in gay colors, and Griva, neck. In one phrase, pigeon gay neck. Sometimes he was called iridescence-throated. He was the most beautiful pigeon in my town in India, and the boys of my town owned 40,000 pigeons. Continuing on with the Newbery Award winners, today we're looking at Gay Neck, The Story of a Pigeon by Dhan Gopal Mukerji. This book was published in 1927 and won the award in 1928. Mukerji was born in 1890 in Calcutta, India. His parents were Brahmin caste and served as priests in a Hindu temple. Mukerji himself studied to be a priest, however, he did not follow that path. He grew up being told stories and folk tales and became a natural storyteller himself. He moved to Japan for a year when he was 19 and then to the United States, where he lived the rest of his life. He married and had a son. Gay Neck, The Story of a Pigeon is based on Mukerji's own experiences as a child raising pigeons in India, as well as stories and research from trainers specifically training pigeons for war. The book follows Gay Neck from birth. The first half or so is the narrator, who is a boy in Calcutta, India, raising pigeons. He sees Gay Neck's birth and then follows through how pigeons parent, learning to fly, and then training him to be a carrier pigeon along with a set of other pigeons. The second half of the book specifically looks at training for being a carrier pigeon in wartime and goes through several rather harrowing wartime experiences of the narrator and Gay Neck. While the training of a carrier pigeon may sound like it could be a bit of a dry subject, this book is anything but. The discussion of training was fascinating, and there are a lot of very dangerous situations that Gay Neck and the other pigeons find themselves in, things that I would never have considered. Having to avoid other predators, as well as just learning how to find your way back over long distances. All of this comes to life in Mukerji's style and in his story. There are also a few sections where Gay Neck is separated from his owner, and when they're reunited, the narrator has Gay Neck tell his own story in his own words, which is sort of this formal format and a different style, and adds to the interest of the story. Mukerji's love for India and his description of the Himalayan region where the story takes place really shines. There are some beautiful descriptions of the culture and of the people and of the landscape that they are in. Then you also have the times during war where he doesn't shy away from talking about some of the horrors and danger of war without getting graphic. As he discusses the war, he also deals with some of the issues of kind of ordinary people getting caught up in this larger conflict, as well as some of the realities of living as an Indian under British rule at the time. Of the Newbery Award winners I've read so far, this one is probably my favorite and probably the only one where I want to go read some of Mukerji's other novels. I think this would make for a really interesting read aloud, and it would be a good companion to read along with history lessons on World War I, bringing in a different perspective, a different culture, and a different angle of looking at carrier pigeons and how they were used in the war. This is another book in the public domain. I will put a link to that in the description. Up next, The Trumpeter of Krakow by Eric P. Kelly. Thanks for watching and happy reading!